Oh, this one's been the one that the universe keeps teaching me. So if I think about this question, this is the first thing that came to my mind. I keep believing that I'm going to meet someone who's going to help me take my work to the next level. And so I always have had this belief, and I don't know where it comes from. It's one of those ones that I still need to figure out, where every year I'll be like, oh, well, yeah, if I'm working with that person like as a manager or an agent or whatever, it was like, that person's gonna help me get to another stage. And the universe just keeps teaching me every year that it's you. Like, you've got to do it for yourself. There's not gonna be anyone that comes into your life and changes your life. But my naivety every year is to try and look for that person. And if someone asked me and said, well, Jay, who's gonna be that person for me? I would tell them, no, what are you talking about? It's you. That's what I would say to them. Off the bat, I would say to someone, stop depending on other people. Stop waiting for someone to change your life. You have to change your life. But then in my own life, I keep my actions show that I'm still looking for that. So that's the first thing. I'm sure that, let's go back and forth.
Okay.
I think I try, and I think I do, but I know that this year, when it came to, so I try and take a full month off every year for myself. And usually I go to India, and because of COVID, I haven't been able to go for the last 2 years. And I usually go and live with the monks again and take part in all the meditations and practices for a month. And it's one of my favorite things to do. And I haven't been able to do it for the last 2 years. So I still decided I would take a month off. And it came, and I said I would do from the 15th of December to the 15th of Jan. And then I found out a week before that I kind of had to stay for an extra week in LA for work. So I delayed it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do 22nd of December to the 17th of Jan. And then I got to London, I started taking that break off, but it was like, I got to a point where I could see that I'd been delaying my self-care. And I kept delaying it even by that week. And in that week before I left, I could tell that I needed a break. Like, I needed to switch off. And my advice to everyone is, don't let it get to that point. You've got to take it just before that. And I was planning on doing that. It was scheduled, but because of commitments and priorities and important things, I had to push that extra mile. And sure, I'm fine and I'm okay and I feel great, but I don't think that that's sustainable. And I think it was a different journey. And this is being honest too. I don't think I'm a proponent of work-life balance, although it may appear that way. So this may actually be a perception thing. I think people may perceive that Jay believes in perfect work-life balance. And the truth is, I don't. I believe in purpose, and purpose to me is being obsessed about what you care about and what's important to you. And so for me, what I do is my purpose. And so I'm obsessed about it. I care about it. I love it. I breathe it. I live it. And when I was building, I was working 18 hours a day. I was, a couple of those were meditations, sure, but then I was sleeping for 6 hours. But I was working 18 hours a day for 2 to 3 years straight, 7 days a week. And I think the perception is often people may feel that, no, Jay, you live a perfectly balanced life. And I'm like, well, no, I haven't. There's a different skill required to go upwards, then stay, maintain, create momentum. Like, it's a different gear that you're in all the time. And so today my life is far more disciplined in my health and wellness than it's ever been before. But there have been periods of the years getting here that didn't look like that at all. I had this moment, same thing as you just said. This was a couple of years ago in LA, and I was traveling around in Ubers and going here and there and getting in, or Lyft and calling one and jumping in and going on. And I got in and I was on my phone and doing whatever. And then 5 minutes later, I realized we hadn't moved. And that's how consumed I was on my phone, whether I was scrolling or texting or emailing. And I said to the driver, I said, is everything okay? And he said, you didn't say hello. And he said, I said a hello to you 5 minutes ago and you didn't say hello. And I just, it was such a I was late for my meeting. I was late for a big thing. I felt terrible. I felt so bad. And I was like, I really want people to connect with everyone as a human. And I said, I'm so sorry. What's your name? And he started driving, and he wasn't even trying to be abrasive. Like some people say, oh, well, that's a bit, he's not doing this. I actually don't think it's his fault at all. I think he taught me such a valuable lesson, because I was just kind of like, oh yeah, it's a service, I booked it, treating him like a robot, treating him like a machine. And yeah, one day we'll have driverless cars and I won't have to say hello, sure, but treating a human in that way I think that goes against everything I stand for, is that I want us to become more human. And I want us to not lose our humanity as technology advances. And I love technology and it's great, but let's not lose our ability to have human connection, which is what brings so much joy to our lives. For me, it's always wonderful to talk about these things. And I think that's what our generation has changed in this space. Because I think we did live at a time when gurus and guides and coaches were revered as flawless, perfect, and you never really saw the behind the scenes. And I think I always say to my team, like, I'm always trying to, I don't even want that pressure. It's pressure, and it actually stops you from being sincere and genuine and authentic. And I feel that pressure sometimes. Like, I feel that pressure when someone has a question and I need to rush off, and I'm like, I want to answer it, but I also need to rush off. And I feel that pressure. And it's just, I've realized I don't want that pressure, like, because I'm not perfect and I don't want to try and pretend I am, or I don't want to have to live up to it, because it will just let someone down. And it's really interesting because this was probably around 11 years ago now. And I was mentoring before I became a monk. When I was a monk, I was a mentor, and then I became a coach. And whenever I took on a mentee or a coaching client or anyone, one of the first things I'd say to them in our first meeting is, I just want you to know that I will let you down. I just want you to know that there will be something I do that upsets you, disappoints you, or lets you down. If you're okay with that, let's get started. Like, let's get going. And I saw the amount of people that walked out that door.
Really?
Yeah, there were people that left because they were expecting divinity and humanity, and they were expecting perfection. And I'm really happy that they left, because I would never have been able to live up to that. And I don't even want the pressure. And so I'm really clear with people even now. Like, I work with so many clients, and that's one of the first things I'll say to them. And you see that the people that stay recognize that, because they understand they have flaws and we all do. And I also took off the pressure, especially in coaching, where a lot of people think you can change their life. And as an immature coach or therapist, you may think you can change someone else's life. And the more I've coached and the more hours I've racked up with coaching, the more I've realized I can't change someone's life. I don't have what it takes to change someone's life. I don't have to say something profound every word I say. And not everything I say is going to be perfect and incredible and insightful. And if I can let go of that, I actually might allow something beautiful to happen. Actually trying to do all those things, trying to say something profound every sentence, trying to magically solve someone's problems, trying to be perfect, all of these things actually block something beautiful from